Folks, did we win last night or what? Like, I made a video about Mondami Zombody, which I still can't pronounce the guy's name, and I've tried, but I don't think he gives a fuck. Mr. Mayor of New York goddamn city does not give a fuck if I cannot pronounce his name as long as I support him, you know, in his ideology. I would assume that about this guy. I wanted to make one thing very clear to you folks. I'm walking to pick up my car. I'm early, so I got some snacky doos. Anyway, I want to make this absolutely 100% clear to you folks, okay? There are a lot of folks in New York City who would rather see Donald Trump and his ilk have every level of power indefinitely, okay? Because they love money. They love it. Which I don't understand. I mean, I think that's the only reason this is happening right now is because Donald Trump is actually fucking with their money. And they don't like that. So, they thought that he would be really good for their money, but it turns out he's an idiot. He's an imbecile. And I told you that but for a long time, but whatever. When the United States loses its world reserve currency status and we actually have to start paying back our real debt, ooh, that's when people are going to really hate Trump. But I got news for you. I mean, we're swinging districts that we're Trump, and now 30 points to the Democrat. Like, they just see a blue D in front of their name and they vote for him, which is good. I mean, much better than these Republicans, by the way, who I will remind you, Marjorie Taylor Greene is ditching Trump. Like, she used to be his number one fangirl, cheerleader, rah-rah, but she actually wants to be in Congress and likes to have the power herself, and so Donald Trump is fucking with that. So, I really can't be any more clear than I am right now. So, what else? Let's do a deep dive into Nick Fuentes, all right? This guy is like a nemesis of mine, all right? But he's never done a push-up in his life. Okay, Nick Fuentes gets tossed in the wind when it's breezy outside. Like, he is a bitch. Like, but he's successful. He started the Gripers. These are real neo-Nazis. He's a real one. Nick Fuentes is a real one because I tell you what, he actually likes it. He wants to foment hate. So the more I dislike this person, he's actually winning. But how can I not? I mean, one of the worst influencers. You guys all know how much I like Charlie Kirk. Used to like Charlie Kirk. Nick Fuentes is leagues underneath what Charlie Kirk was. Charlie Kirk at least tried to mask his shit and use dog whistles. Nick Fuentes comes right out and tells it to you, your face. Which is commendable, actually. Honestly, in a way, you get to see a little glimpse of what the Republican, base is. And it's frightening. I mean, these are jackbooted thugs with pardon power. I mean, how many of these January 6 motherfuckers will Trump just continually pardon? That's what I really worry about. Like an SS. Like a Gestapo. I mean, I'm a pretty tough little fuck, but if there's 12 of these little bitches running around, I mean, do I even have a shot? Like a chance in Fucksville? I'm excited. I'm talking out of my phone. I never do this. Just walking around, everybody sees. Big old shit grin smile on my face. I wonder why that is. I don't even give a fuck. We cannot rest on these, our laurels, I guess you'd call them. Yes, we won a victory and we deserve a small respite, but in the grand scheme of things, we need to redouble and re-triple our efforts. Whatever worked, because we cannot lose this. Our fragile little experiment called democracy is hanging on by just a thread, by the way. Yeah, we won massively last night because we were allowed to vote. Never forget that. Not even after the midterms. We need to... Okay, this is going to be a longer video, so Gavin Newsom's on track to be the next president. And it's like voting for Lucifer instead of Satan, I suppose. Because Gavin is slick, and he is a rich motherfucker. And guess what? he doesn't want to have Medicare for all. He campaigned on it, and then when it passed, he vetoed it down. So you guys tell me. I mean, I would choose many other people before Gavin Newsom. I mean, you guys remember Tim Walz? Ooh. But the real good thing is there's a blip of democratic socialism in the United States now. It's called New York City, which can't really call it a blip. It is here to stay. People are aware of what these terms mean now, and that's important. So, what else can I tell you? I mean, I'm gonna volunteer for the DNC. Do you think I have any interest in those people? I love Marianne Williamson, and they hated that bitch. And she's my hero. And I'm gonna volunteer for the people who treat someone that I actually care about horribly, just because it'll give people that are really actually much worse less of a chance of winning. And I don't know what else to tell you. I'm already in contact with the DNC, and I mean, even if I have to make it a full-time fucking job, whatever it takes. So, hope you folks have a beautiful, wonderful day. I'll circle back and get my car now. Yeah, and until next time, folks, I do.